Hello everyone, in this lecture we will learn about tuple. I'll create a new file. So what is a tuple? So tuple is a data structure that takes very less memory and it is very fast. So it is separated by a comma. So let's create tuple. Here this is a tuple separated by commas. Let's print, and I'll print the type T. So let's run it. You can see the class is tuple, and these are the parentheses separated by a comma. We can put these parentheses here and you will see the same output. But then why we need a tuple? We have a list. So tuple is, first of all, it is immutable. We cannot modify it. So if I try to assign the value, let's say in index 1, I want to modify the value. Run it, you'll get error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. So it is immutable. We cannot modify it. It means we cannot append the element, we cannot update it. So let's print all the functions supported by this object. So I'll print, I'll use dir function and here pass this tuple object. And this will print all the functions here. You can see here. So we have count and index. No append or any other function which is provided by a list. Let's compare it with the list. Let's create a list and I'll print the methods of the list. So just to separate it, I'll just use here multiply by 100. This will print 100 star. Then I'll print dir. I'll call the function and call this, pass this list. So you can see here. Now I can compare it. This will print all the functions in this tuple and this will print all the function in this list object. And this is just to separate. Here you can see 100 stars. So you can scroll here, you can see we have count and index, whereas in this list you'll find copy, clear, count, extend, index. There are so many functions. So tuple is very fast and it takes very less memory to store. The most important point here is to understand it is immutable. So in a situation where you know the values are fixed, you are not going to update it or add a new values, we can use tuple. Let's take one example, like you are going to store all the countries' name. So it's fixed, right? Number of countries are there. It's very rare that we modify the name of change the name of the country or add a new country. It's very rare. So we can use tuple there. But if it is an IT company and we want to store, let's say, the employee IDs, so maybe we can use list, because we regularly people will join or leave the company. So that is the difference here. Now here, if we have to create, let's see one small issue here. I'll create a tuple and with only one value. So this is not the way. Let's print it. Suppose in this tuple only one value is present. So if you use this way, you will get unexpected thing, because this is integer. So you will get int here. You can see here type. Even if you use brackets, these parentheses, you will get the same thing here. Then how to add only one element in a tuple. So it is separated by a comma, so we have to add here comma. Now you can see it is tuple. So this is very useful data structure.